us a little ways east from the nation's political arena. We're in a much different type of arena here. Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Today, we see who's better in the NFC between the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. On the away sideline, that's Mike McDonald, head coach of the Seahawks. These guys playing one of those dreaded body clock games, making a long trip to the East Coast. On the opposing sideline, head coach of the Commanders, Dan Quinn. These guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you. Hoping there's a good one in store for all of us. And off we go from Northwest Stadium. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
Last week, Kate, you won't call his effort wasted, never. But you wish a game like that would have come in a win instead of showing up in a contest they ended up dropping. 2 touchdowns, no picks. That's the type of game that wins are typically built off of. Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But Annette's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
They're running the option, short side. That's no way to treat your reigning conference player of the week as they dump him for a loss. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Brings up third down.
Trying to get it with the option. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
That's good for a Washington first down.
New set of downs for him. They'll start at the 38. Daniels on first down. His first throw is an interception. And the Seahawks are going to have it after his second interception of the season. I've got to imagine facing a defense in the bottom half of the league had these guys excited, Brock. But cue the old record scratch sound effect as that defense forces an opening drive turnover.
Yeah, just a reminder for this quarterback that decision-making each and every week is at a premium, and don't look at the stats. Study your opponent.
So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And bringing them out, one of the NFL's best stories as of late, a former 3rd overall pick, Brock, who has revitalized his NFL career, Sam Darnold.
Just an all-around great performance from him last week, Kate, in the win. Those 2 touchdowns he had played a big part in the victory, no question. But so did keeping it clean, not throwing a pick. You want to become friendly with your own defense? Make sure they don't have any extra possessions to defend. He did his job, and so did his teammates.
We've set it downs from the 37. First down, and they go right back to him. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down.
The tackle by Dio Chanel. No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the Commanders' 38.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And he stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. From the gun, Darnold. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
A gain of 10 yards. And it's
Throwing is Darnold on third down. Gets everything he has under this one. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing fourth down. Went for that big shot. They wanted to get that highlight the first time they touched the football.
Now, this group likes to be aggressive, and early incompletion's not going to deter them. Sharpshooters, they don't stop shooting threes because of one brick, and they won't stop pushing this ball down the field either.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they're able to get 3 points off that turnover.
I'd say all in all, that's the exact type of start this team was looking for. 2 possessions in, they've got the lead, and a little early momentum with that field goal.
Has this at the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Dan Quinn sending his Commanders out for another drive. They threw the interception on their opening drive, Brock, but that's wiped from their memory as they head back out now.
Yeah, it's got to be, right? When you throw that pick early, you've got to flush it. The defense help with that, holding that offense on the other side to just a field goal and giving this offense now some hope as they take the field again.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25.
Firing quickly out wide. Daniels. Up the sideline to the 45. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Washington first down.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, this is Mitchell. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
As a corner in this league, oh, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, it's Daniels. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And they're staring at a 4th down now after that sack.
You just feel this defense starting to come alive, don't you, Kate? Got their first turnover last time out. Now they put their first sack on the board. And big plays on that side of the ball, well, they can come in bunches. Defense sure hopes to keep this faucet going, and the offense wants to turn the spigot off immediately.
Wow, beautiful punt there. They have them backed up all the way to the 2-yard line.
At their own 2-yard line.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Landon Roberts coming over for the hit.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
They give it to him again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Looking at a tough spot to punt it away if this 3rd down is unsuccessful. Air it out on 3rd. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now a 4th down staring right at him. Seahawks bring it out the punt team. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. Things sure have started out rough, and they've stayed that way through 2 drives. Maybe drive number 3 here is where we see this offense get rolling. Slot man in motion left. Play action now with Daniels. He lofts one deep, center of the field. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Daniels. And again, it's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back, and 2 straight incompletions that made this 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line. Daniels throwing on 3rd. He's making a bid for it. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. 2nd and 10. Need something positive here.
2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, Daniels. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So that play doesn't work out, but things make it even worse for them. Looks like one of their big guys out front is in need of a look from the training staff. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders pull ahead 6-3 in the first. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Joey Sly on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead.
The score, Commanders 7. Seahawks
All set for the kickoff. Sly with the honors.
Sly to kick off for the Commanders.
To return this, Rashid Shaheed. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
On the return.
The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And he's been one who has wowed the league and made a lot of fantasy owners very happy, too. You can see he's leading all quarterbacks in passing here in November. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. It was Mike Sanders still on that stop. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now Darnold on to play action. Right side, Shaheed's got it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
The Seahawks first down.
Hand off to the back. He's running forward, halted after a couple of yards. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Play fake, Darnold. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. Has it up to his own 45 on a small gain. Frankie Louvu there for the tackle.
That's a gain.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Now Darnold. Connection made to Shaheed. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8. That's good for a Seahawks first down. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Seattle.
Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Wilson. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
This one's caught. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Back now for the second quarter, and the Seahawks, they've got to look towards the end zone. With a quick pass out wide. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. 8 yards to go as they get set on second and goal. Darnold looking to throw. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a second quarter lead. Jackson Smith-Njigba with a touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
One after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. His return starts at the 5. Shoots away from one. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch a breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 at the 27-yard line.
Daniels setting up the play action. He puts some air under it deep down the left. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. It's caught by McLaurin. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good for a Commanders first down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. After a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. Here's Mitchell again, and his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, kid, if you want to take your shots. And some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Daniels from the pistol. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Heads out on the bootleg. Won't get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he gets this very close to that 1st. It's going to be 3rd and short at the 35.
Brings up 3rd down.
Daniels keeps it himself. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the 1st down.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Play action now. Daniels. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Run it with Robinson from the pistol. And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. 3rd down. They need 7.
It's 3rd and 7.
Throw here. 3rd down. He has the 1st over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And a Washington first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And a nice start here on 1st down. He gets him 6 before the stop is made. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4.
On the Seahawks 14-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Seahawks are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get an interception and chunk yards with it. That is a gold star effort.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. And so far, with a chunk of the season gone, you can see he's been the league's most productive receiver in terms of yardage. The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. A pistol snap. Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. All set to go now from the 35.
A gain of 16 yards.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10.
Seahawks.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Looking end zone, but touchdown denied. Knocked away, incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll try and punch it in. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up 3rd and goal. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't...
And they take it across the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle! The Seahawks parlay the interception into points.
Oh, I love that QB draw down here. Risk, reward, and you know it as a quarterback. The minute you drop back and sell pass, whether you've got a lane to run, and he sure did.
Myers to add the PAT. The point after splits the upright. And the Seahawks make it a 10-point ball game. On now is Dixon to kick this one away.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Commanders all set to regain possession. They're down 10 partway through this one. Score is 17-7. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with Mitchell. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, to really create some indecision now defensively.
And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3, so chipping away a few here ahead of this 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
From the gun, it's Daniels. That's caught for the 1st. And he is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
And the Commanders, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
Into the hands of Okonkwo. And this goes across midfield and into Seahawks territory.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To the air again, Daniels. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming 3rd down.
And these quarterbacks are so good with their clock in their head between the tackles. But you get outside the pocket, and you've got to have that same ability. If you hesitate for a second, the defenses with their speed at this level, they'll find a way to bring you to the ground.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. It's 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. Throwing on first down, Daniels. Finds his back, it's Robinson. And he drives it forward to maybe the 27. To the ground by Nick Eamon-Waring.
1-yard gain.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, he was on the move, and so was the defense, and they take him down. And it'll be third down coming up after this defense's third sack of the game.
I know quarterbacks get paid a lot of money, a lot of glamour in this league, but today, well, this is a tough day for this QB. He's taking a beating. And whether it means changing up some of the blocking schemes, maybe mixing in a little bit of run, or heck, this quarterback.
This is caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. The Commanders make it a one-score game before halftime. Terry McLaurin with the touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got single high or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Here's Slide to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Commanders cut it to a field goal game.
Commanders 14.
Ball is set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Shaheed now to return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Seahawks and Sam Darnold heading out for their next shot on offense. And he already has a passing touchdown in this game. As you can see, that's what he's done with regularity all year, sitting among the NFL leaders in that category. 1st and 10, Darnold. Brought in by his back, Charbonnet. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. The Seahawks calling for a timeout. They're 1st and 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 2nd and 3 now. From the gun, Darnold. He finds Smith and Jigba right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
An 8-yard pickup.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down. It's a gain of 10. First down.
And again, it's Darnold. Varner's got it. Complete. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
It's a gain of 7.
Now Darnold.
Second and 3.
And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. It is Week 13. Things starting to get a little nervy in some circles. The home stretch starting to creep closer. Let's go to the highlights. Our look around the NFL starts now. In Atlanta, the Falcons at home to take on the Detroit Lions. And it's one of the most dangerous playmakers in the NFL, Jahmyr Gibbs. He gets the ball, and we have liftoff. He has cleared the tower, and he's gone. From there, we go to MetLife Stadium in Jersey. We'll check in on the Giants. They're hosting the Philadelphia Eagles. And it's the former Giant still giving him nightmares, Saquon Barkley. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. Lastly, let's squeeze in one more. And it's the first-round draft pick, J.J. McCarthy. This'll wind up a touchdown. This one's gone to halftime now, and it's the Vikings lead it by a touchdown at the half. With that, we take a look at the rest of what's going on here in week number 13. In the game you're watching, it's been tight throughout, a field goal separating these two sides through 2 quarters. As we hand it back over to the commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
job. Slide with the honors. Shaheed now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Now Darnold off the play action. Connects on the crosser. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line.
That's good. Seahawks.
On first down, they'll run. And this is going to go as a gain of about 3 before he's met and escorted out. 4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Back to the well again. And they'll fire ahead for a few. It's third down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in the game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
Darnold with it on third and short. Oh, he's going to run for it. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Play fake. Darnold. Dump off to his fullback. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send him backwards. Here's Darnold to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, gets down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Dan Quinn sending his commanders out for another drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Now Daniels off the play action. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
A loss of 5 brings up second and 15 at the 1-yard line.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And the second down run produces 7 before they bring him down. Wouldn't be a comfortable spot to punt it. Can they avoid that by converting here on third? Here he goes, third and long. He's going to run for it. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That's good for a Washington first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the first down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest.
And this time, they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes second and 22. Vacates quickly left side. And he's tackled for no gain. Not an enviable spot as they come up third and long.
Brings up third down.
Shotgun snap to Daniels. Rolling left, buying some time. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. The Commanders ready for the punt. Riley Dixon, the one to kick it away. Has it at the 37. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. They didn't add to their lead last time out. They punted it away, but still ahead and able to add to it here. And into the line, the Seahawks in a good spot as they prepare for this first and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Give him about 3 on that first down carry. Last run got him 3. Here's second and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Another carry for it. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Darnold. Short pass brought in. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Here's Darnold, 1st and 10. Here's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
9 yards.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Throw here, 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And he's stopped right as he reaches the 10. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that gives the Seahawks the 1st.
1st and 10 at the 10-yard line.
In the red zone on 1st. Brought in. And he'll head out of bounds after a short gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now he gives to Charbonnet, coming right. He's hit and driven backwards. This is going to force him into 3rd and goal. So 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
3rd and 10.
Throwing is Darnold on 3rd down. Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on 4th down. A very short kick here from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, the Washington offense is set. Here comes 1st and 10. Defense showing blitz. Daniels dialing up a receiver screen. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Back to the line they come, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Daniels. He's got Bourne left side. And gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Punt team on the field. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He dodged the tackle. And a nice strong effort there on that return to take us to the end of this quarter. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's the Seahawks with it, currently with a not quite so comfortable lead. First and 10 now from the 46. Darnold finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along midfield stripe. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd
Throwing off the play fake.
At the 50-yard line.
Finds his back complete. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Darnold. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the gun, Charbonnet gets it. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup.
Darnold now to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
That's good for the Seahawks. First down.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Throw left side, caught by Smith and Jigba. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
Running for the marker on 2nd. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
he was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard.
Darnold looking to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Myers' kick is good, and that'll make it a 2-score game.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Showing a little burst so far. And an excellent effort there sets him up almost at midfield. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. On 1st down, here's Daniels. And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
Incomplete.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, Daniels. Flushed out now to his left. And he gives himself up after a short gain. 3rd down, Seahawks with 6 defensive backs out there.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. So the coverage holds up on the deep ball. That's going to force 4th down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
That's caught. It's McLaurin downfield. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. What a play to beat this defense on 4th down. 23 yards and a first.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Man in motion out of the slot. Daniels setting up the play action. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Again, Daniels to the air. And it's Bourne with a catch outright. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
7th play of the drive. They've been moving it well. This is 3rd and 6. Daniels is going to throw again. Dumped off to his running back. And they are on him short of that 1st down. They responded quickly to that throw. That brings up 4th down.
A 4-yard gain.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down? His make there, they had to have that one. And it really does set up a judgment call down on the field. This is where special teams coach and head coach are talking about game management. You've got 3 timeouts left, so you really can write either script you want. Onside kick or send it deep.
Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10.
Their own 26-yard line.
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play sat down behind the line. Now after that play, we've got somebody shaken up, and you don't want to see serious injury in the midst of their playoff push. He's being looked at here. Short pass brought in. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face third down.
It's a gain of 2. Third down and 13.
Here he goes, third and long. Donald hit, and he fumbles it. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And this is not going to do the job. They don't even let him get back to the line. It's fourth down.
By the offense.
And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. The Commanders set to take over. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. First and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive. Offensive line. This is second and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Here's Daniels. Out to his wideout. It's a screen. And he's brought down at the line. Chance to move the chains here on third and 4.
It's now third down.
Looking to throw. And he's not going to escape. The Seahawks brought the pressure, and they got him. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up fourth down. And a fair catch made here at the 17. First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. First and 10. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. First and 10. Darnold. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Now before we reach the 2-minute warning, we've got a timeout. That's the second one used by the defense in this half. First and 10 from the 43.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing here, Darnold. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And it sets up second down.
Second and 10.
Here's Darnold. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And from where that fumble came, Brock, zero chance they were going to turn a profit on that play, right? But at least they did get it back.
Recovered by the offense.
Well, they got the football back, Brock, but things don't look much better. It's third and long. Looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A 4-yard gain.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Seahawks up by 6. On now comes their punter. Michael Dixon will kick it away. Now we'll see the medical team head out. The Seahawks have an injured player. He's in some obvious pain there.
At their own 20-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10. He'll look to throw it. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. So at the 20, here's second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Here he is to throw. And this is going to be incomplete again. Defender knocks this one away and brings up third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line. Now to throw. He has the first over the middle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That play good for 17 on a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about two things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
That was Terry McLaurin on the target. So it's second down coming up.
It's second down and 10.
Back to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Commanders first down.
Setting up to pass. Completed over the middle. And he's taken down at the 30. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line.
That's another Washington Commanders first down.
And that spike stops the clock at 50 seconds to go. The clock inside of 50 seconds now. Second and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's third down.
Incomplete.
Throwing now. Getting out to his left. He's making a bid for it. And this one doesn't go far. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
Desperation time here on fourth. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
So the Seahawks take this one on the road. Brock, I know you know this firsthand. All the way across the country. Feels like you're playing in the morning. You played in a lot of these. That is not an easy thing to do what they just did.
And you know what, Kate? You look back, even like the Niners of the 80s, those really good teams, they struggled in these 10 a.m. kickoffs on their body clock. You know who changed it? Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll and the Legion of Boom said enough's enough. If you're good enough and we build up enough talent, we can also end this mystique or this problem of that early kick.
So for my partner Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks winners. As with that, we sign off.